Hi, I'm Kay Spivey, and today I'm here to talk to you about the types of people who do NaNoWriMo. The first one is going to be the most obvious: writers. Writers are the type of people who stumble upon NaNoWriMo and they were going to be writing anyway, so why not just try out this challenge and see how they do. Writers don't need suggestions from the forums, they don't need story ideas, they're already writing and have things planned and are gonna hit the ground running. The second one is non-writers who happen to have a story to tell. These people already know exactly what they want to write, they've been thinking about it for ages, and they just never felt like they had the time. For those people, NaNoWriMo can be the push that gets them going. The next type of people I want to talk about can sometimes start off as the same as the non-writers who have something to tell. And these are people who are just curious. Sometimes it's that their friends are doing NaNoWriMo, sometimes it's that they just heard about it a lot and they just thought, hey, you know what? I can do this. So they give it a shot. Sometimes it's that they don't think writing is very hard, and these are often the people who about halfway through either give up or get really frustrated with NaNoWriMo. And the last type of people are those who are just hopping on the bandwagon. They've heard a lot about NaNoWriMo. They figure, I'm gonna do this because a lot of other people are doing it. A lot of times these are the people who then try it once and then kind of are a little bit negative about it afterwards. They thought it wasn't helpful or good for them in one way or another. And often a lot of the negativity that you hear about NaNoWriMo comes from people who are just jumping on the bandwagon.
I realized while I was filming this I didn't really explain the difference between people who are just curious and people who are jumping on the bandwagon. People who are curious are in it for the writing. They're there because they're actually interested in trying to write a story. They just really don't know what they're getting themselves into and are kind of just giving it a go for the first time. People who are just jumping on the bandwagon, it really isn't about the story, it's about participating in something that they think is bigger than themselves, which can be a good thing too. There's nothing wrong with trying something out. I just feel like the distinction is that these people really aren't here for the writing. Sometimes they're here for the community, and that is also great, and sometimes they're just here just because.
However, this isn't true 100% of the time for every single person. A lot of times, someone can be in multiple categories. You could start in one category and go on to the next. You could have just been curious and starting with your friends, and it turns out now you are an avid writer and you're going to be a writer for life. But what category do you think you fall into? I'm personally a writer, and I have been a writer since the beginning. But I've known lots of people who just start off with curious, or who started off with a story to tell and either tried it 1 year and got their story written and will never try NaNoWriMo again, or who decided they loved it and they've come up with a new story every year because they wanted to participate. I've also known people who were just jumping on the bandwagon just to see, and I'm just gonna say not many of those ones finished even their first year. So anyway, in the comments down below, let me know what type you are, if you are trying NaNoWriMo this year, or if you've tried it in the past, which category you fit into. And if you like this type of video, leave me a like and subscribe, and I'll see you again soon. Bye!